The very first instruction God gave was let there be light, which is what we do here at the Light Candles. We make candles for light. This is our famous baby that we use to make the candles. It's connected to a threading which produces over 160 candles at a time. So what happens is this thread that you see going right under and connecting to the machine is the wick we use to switch on the candle. So what comes out here is a finished candle, something sort of like this. This is what comes out once the wax is solid and all done. So how we put the wax in there is that we use these two melting tanks which can hold over 160 liters of wax. So we put in hard wax in here, switch it on to a specific temperature, allow it to melt, pour it inside the pot, do our magic, do colors, because we do offer over 30 different colors, custom made colors, and then we pour them in this thing. This then comes out with a finished candle, and that's that. So we as the Light Candles, we make all types of different candles. We make pillar candles, dinner candles, normal household fluted candles which come in ranges of over 30 different colors, and you can choose which customized color you'd like. We also do make dinner candles, which is the smooth type of candles. They come in plain or in scented. It's up to you. Also, you can choose from a wide range of colors, even custom made colors that we've never done before. We are based in Soweto, Pimville Zone 3. We're 7 months old and we're picking up. We ship throughout anywhere in the country, even outside the country. So how I got into the business of candles is last year, probably around this time, I was working for a different candle company around here in Soweto, which I don't know if it's still operating, but I was working for that company and I could see the potential of growing and how I would have ran things if it was me. So I decided to resign from that business to go out and start my own. And I started like anyone else, started making them at home, and eventually I got funding, I got a machine, and that's when I started operating at a larger scale rather. And yeah, I was influenced or motivated by how huge the market is and how the response I was getting when customers would often compliment my service when I sold them candles, and that just made me realize that I could actually supply the whole of South Africa with candles, which is what we plan to do in the next 5 years. What's special about these candles is that we use two different types of waxes, which make them not only harder in terms of firmness, but they last longer, they burn brighter, they do not smoke, they do not drip. So these are premium quality candles like never before. I usually challenge my customers to actually light my candles compare it to another brand that they have, and they'll see the difference, and because I provide quality premium candles. So I'm going to tell you about how one of the blunders that I've made so far in my journey as an entrepreneur. About 2 weeks ago on a Monday, a guy came to the shop and told me he does the wall advertisements. If you're from around Soweto, you would know that this is like wall advertisement all over. So he told me he does that, and I thought it was the perfect timing because I've been looking into that because it's one of my marketing strategies and advertisement placements. So I thought he couldn't have come at a better time, right? So he comes, he introduces himself, we speak, he tells me the different packages he offers, the different spaces, locations, the size of the painting that he would do. So we decide on a specific package, of which I had told him that let me just bounce it off my business partner real quick and he should come back after a day or two. And then he does come back around probably Wednesday or Thursday. When he comes, my business partner was on board with it, so we give him the deposit. He gives me an invoice, everything seems legit, and he had already spoken to a business down the road as well, not far from the shop. All right, so he tells me he'll start on Monday. This is a Thursday. So Friday, unprovoked, he texts me saying, nah, he just bought the paints, He's gonna start on Monday. He's gonna show me the pictures and all of that. I'm like, okay, cool. So Monday comes, and then end of business day arrives. Then I contact him on some, what's happening? Have you started? All of that. And then he tells me that he had said he'll start on Tuesday, not on Monday. So I'm like, okay, but I know you said Monday, but it's okay. So Tuesday comes, I decide not to contact him because I believe he's the one who should have told me he started. I give him the day. Wednesday morning, I contact him asking if he started. And then that's when things start becoming a bit shaky. And he tells me, no, I will start. Give me some time. All right, I give him some time. Thursday comes and it's end of business. So I contact him again on some, hey, my bra, what's happening? Have you started? And then he's like, I said I will start, with that harsh voice. So I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to panic. But I keep my cool, keep my composure, give him up until Friday. Friday comes, it's late, around like 5, end of business. So I'm like, okay, I haven't heard anything from this guy. So I WhatsApp him, and just to find that he has blocked me on WhatsApp. Okay, cool. I try calling him. I'm blocked on calling him as well. I try different number, and when he hears it's me, he turns off the phone. So that's when I realize that, oh, I see what's happening. That's when I get the bigger picture. And to my, because of what happened, I had remembered that he had spoken about the other business which was just down the road that he said he'll also do for them. So I go to the business down the road to ask them what's happening, if they had given him money or anything like that. I find out that they haven't given him money, but they were quoted a totally different price for the same package that I got. And that's when I realized that, oh, okay, there's a scam running around here. And I warn them and tell them that, look, man, this is happening. Do not give him the money. This is what he does after you give him the money. They're like, okay, no problem. And in that moment, I was like, because I don't like being scammed. No one likes being scammed. I contact this police buddy of mine. If you from around, you have to know a guy. I knew a police guy. And I call him and I tell him the situation. And he says, no, don't worry. It's a civil case, but if I can make him come to that other business, then he can come there and try and, put him in his place, probably get the money back. I'm like, okay, cool. I go back to that company to tell them that, look, tell this guy you have the money, he can come through. And so it's like a sting operation type of thing. And then I just have an epiphany that, look, man, nothing is going to come out of this. He's most likely not going to come there holding money. No one goes to collect money holding money. So I'm definitely not going to get my money that I had given him. And even though they won't arrest him because I willingly gave him the money, he could speak his way out of it and say, no, he was going to start next week or whatever. So we'll be back to square one. So I decided to just, for my sanity and my peace, I allowed it to let go. And I think that was one of the biggest blunders that I've made so far in my entrepreneur journey. And what I've learned was that when such things happen, and a lot of businesses fall scam to these things in terms of you go to a service provider or to a supplier, someone you don't necessarily know, and you trust them with your money, hoping that they'll do the right thing, but they don't. So one lesson I learned from that was always do your background checks. One thing I could have done in that moment was ask for referrals, ask for more pictures of him painting the places instead of just the pictures that he took. Ask for the people he's painted for, call them, find out if he's good at his job and he does deliver. That's one of the things that I could have done besides a background check, onto asking him for past invoices that he's done for other people, his work specifically, if there's a picture of him actually painting. So yeah, that was one of the lessons I've learned from that.